Farmers across Europe are raising their voices, urging EU officials to address their grievances concerning prices and bureaucratic hurdles that hinder their ability to thrive. These farmers, whether they operate on a conventional or organic basis, on a small or medium scale, share a common reality. They work tirelessly but struggle to earn a decent income. Decades of neoliberal agricultural policies and free trade agreements have taken their toll. Production costs have steadily risen in recent years, while the prices paid to farmers have either stagnated or fallen. Faced with this predicament, farmers have adopted various economic strategies. Some have attempted to compensate for the decline in prices by increasing production. They've expanded their land holdings, invested in machinery, incurred significant debt, and seen their workloads soar. However, the stress and dwindling incomes have led to mounting frustration. In Poland, farmers have taken to blocking roads from Ukraine in protest, prompting Brussels to impose restrictions on Kyiv's exports to nearby countries. Yet, as soon as these restrictions expired, Hungary, Poland, and Slovakia each announced their own measures. The sentiment among Polish farmers is clear. Ukrainian grain should go where it belongs, to the Asian or African markets, not to Europe. Meanwhile, in France and other parts of Europe, resentment simmers against cheap imports from distant lands like New Zealand and Chile. These imports are seen as unfair competition since they aren't subjected to the same rigorous regulations as EU-produced goods. Negotiations for a comprehensive trade deal between the EU and South America's Mercosur trading bloc have stoked further anger among European farmers who fear being undercut in key sectors like sugar, grain, and meat. Adding to farmers' woes are the increasingly frequent extreme weather events attributed to climate change. Southern Spain grapples with water reservoirs at only 4% capacity, while wildfires devastated about 20% of Greece's annual farm revenue last year. Although protests in southern Europe remain relatively subdued, the situation could escalate as governments contemplate emergency water restrictions in response to record-breaking droughts, particularly in Spain and Portugal. In addition to grappling with climate-related challenges, farmers feel squeezed between conflicting public demands. On one hand, consumers expect cheap food, while on the other, there's a growing call for environmentally friendly agricultural practices. Their protests continue to grow,